Okay, this is interesting. There's a mirror, a really big mirror, next to a road here. And I don't get it because there's no car attached to it. This would be a rear view mirror. So I'm looking at a rear view mirror next to this windy road. And it's a big mirror, but again, there's no car attached to it. So I can't adjust it. Isn't this the weirdest thing you've ever seen? So a big mirror next to a walking trail. By the way, I can see myself in this mirror and on this phone. So like a double image going on at the same time. I'm a double mirror. Kind of a strange concept. A mirror out in the middle of nowhere. Okay. Cars have mirrors so they can see what's behind them. And this is a mirror that can see what's behind itself or in front of itself. You know, mirrors are a really strange concept. When you really think about it, it's just a piece of glass that's reflective. So when you're looking at a mirror, you're seeing yourself reflected in the mirror. That's reflective. Kind of like water, but it's a mirror. So mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the whatever? So you got the mirror. You see yourself in the mirror, and it's a mirror image of itself. But what if there's no one to look in the mirror? Is the mirror still there? So if you're looking at a mirror and you can't see yourself, does that mean what? That means you're not there? Or if no one's there to see the mirror, does the mirror exist? And do mirrors exist in the woods with trees? And can you take a mirror with you on location in the woods? That mirror back there was by the road, not in the woods, by the way. So I don't know who put that mirror there or why it's there or its purposes, but it's a strange thing, mirrors. You really think about it. It's just a reflective piece of glass. So what if there were no mirrors and you couldn't see yourself at all? That would be interesting. And who came up with the idea for a mirror in the first place? And why did it even make a mirror? What's the purpose of a mirror? And why is it even called a mirror? What a strange word that is, a mirror. I get glass. I get reflection, but mirror I don't get. It's a strange word, mirror. So, you know, words are weird. I wonder if you took if you wrote the word mirror down on a piece of paper and held it up to the mirror, would it know it's a mirror? Could the mirror read itself and see that a mirror can see its own mirror image of itself? If you wrote the word mirror on a piece of paper and held it up to the mirror can see itself on paper. And then the mirror that's written on the paper, would it even be aware that it's being, reflected into the mirror? Probably not, no. But the person who wrote the word mirror and held it up to the mirror could see, the mirror in the mirror and themselves in the mirror all at the same time. Wow, that's like a triple selfie. The person, what if I took this phone with the word mirror written on the paper, held it up to the mirror, the phone in the mirror? That'd be like a quadruple selfie. That's like 4 selfies all at once. Wow, that's taking a selfie to a whole nother level. And this all came about from just looking into a mirror. Interesting. So we have 4 levels of selfies. We have the mirror word written on paper. We have the person, hello, on the cell phone here, the smartphone, with the selfie image. And then we put it all into the mirror. Wow. That's some heavy duty reflection going on there. So, and apparently this phone has a mirror on it. So we have phones with mirrors now. So now we have phones with mirrors. Oh my God. That's incredible. So you can comb your hair, check yourself out in a mirror on a phone. And you could broadcast that mirror image to someone else who has the same phone that also has a mirror in the phone. A mirror image. So what if you had like a phone somewhere else of yourself somewhere? on the planet, and they had the phone, it would be a mirror image of yourself. And you could actually send a video of yourself to your mirror image who has the same image of you. So then it would be like sending a mirror image of yourself to them, or to you, or to us, or to we, or whatever. You get the idea, right? Okay, good. So this whole mirror thing is a really challenging concept. We don't know really who's in the mirror, because the mirror is just reflecting? No, it's reflecting who's looking at itself in the mirror. So really, when you look at yourself in a mirror, you're not in the mirror, of course, but your image is in the mirror. What if you got stuck in the mirror and you couldn't get out? And you were actually inside the mirror and you couldn't find your way outside the mirror? That would be the ultimate self-reflection, wouldn't it? You'd be stuck inside a mirror, reflecting on yourself, thinking, how did I get in this position? And I'm reflecting on myself in a mirror, and yet when you're in the mirror, you probably couldn't even see yourself because you're inside the mirror. So you couldn't even know that you were in the mirror, right? But you still be reflecting on yourself in the mirror, thinking about yourself in the mirror. But you just can't see yourself reflecting on yourself while you're inside the mirror. Okay, so now we get the whole mirror concept, don't we? Okay, so how do we take this new concept on a global level? We have a global mirror all at once. That would be government, of course. The ultimate and global mirror. And be spying on everyone using a mirror. So the answer to everything on planet Earth is never go anywhere without a mirror. And always be reflecting about your self-image, how you carry yourself, reflect on yourself, but bring a mirror with you wherever you go so you can reflect on that. And by the way, mirrors are they're like a relative of the magnifying glass. They're kind of a mirror. You magnify things with a magnifying glass. So I just want to magnify upon that concept of mirrors and magnifying glasses. You can see things. You can't see. It's really interesting. You can't see through a mirror. Now you can see through a magnifying glass, which can double as a mirror. So you can see through the magnifying glass. That's a mirror, but you're seeing through it. And a mirror, you can't see through the mirror. You can't even see what's behind the mirror. You can just see what's inside the mirror. So that's a wild concept. So you could say mirrors reflect a philosophy of life. You could say that mirrors really are kind of like philosophizing self-reflection and reflection in general. How one reflects and genuflects when there is a mirror and when there's no mirror. So how do you mirror that? I don't know. Back in the day, there probably was no mirrors. In fact, I doubt that Plato and Socrates and Kant and Kierkegaard and all the other ones, the great thinkers, they did not have mirrors, but they were reflective. And they reflected a lot about all sorts of stuff about life, but they had no mirrors back then. So they were reflecting and genuflecting and thinking about things that were really heavy duty and great intellectual propensity of thought without using any mirrors. Just try that one on for size. So they just had themselves to reflect off each other. So you could say, you can mirror. That's why we get the term, I'm mirroring you. Yeah? So when you're talking to someone, you're mirroring them. You're a mirror of each other, yet there's no mirror. But yet you're mirroring each other. Maybe admiring each other, but you're mirroring each other. So, that's interesting. People are mirrors. Let's take it to a different level. So people are mirrors. So how are you mirroring yourself? And can you mirror yourself to yourself? Yes, you could when you stare into a mirror, but you can mirror someone else opposite you. Now, what if you both held mirrors at the same time while you're mirroring each other? Like I'm here and you're there, and I've got a mirror and you've got a mirror, and we see each other in our own mirrors, and yet at the same time we're mirroring ourselves to each other. That's like selfie squared, right? That'd be like, there wouldn't be two of us, there'd be four of us. So we're multiplying ourselves by mirroring each other. That would be like a quadruple selfie with two people. So we're across from each other and we're mirroring each other with mirrors. So I just say, wherever you go, take a mirror. You can't go wrong. And unless you don't really want to see yourself or the other person. But you're still there. So that's my philosophical take on the existence of mirrors, why there are mirrors, why you should have a mirror, and why you should spontaneously extemporaneously, there we go, expound upon the concept of mirrors, all from looking into a mirror back there by the road. Okay. That's it for mirrors.